Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. The Pioneers are off to a hot start, and here to break down the latest from Jeff Albie's field, we have Anthony, Steve, Jimmy, and Andrew here to break it down. Gentlemen, Pioneers set at 5-1 to start this season. Anthony, we had a big doubleheader win against Immaculata on Sunday. Anthony, take us through the game.
Pioneers sweep the doubleheader. They ruined Immaculata's opening day. We're going to take a look at the highlights here. And this was a big two-game set for the Pioneers. We're actually going to take a look at the highlights from the second game. Starting off, look at this double play. Chris Liriano over to first. Off the bag, no problem for Carson Weis, who makes the tag and the out. And if you like defense, these are the highlights for you, as you get a base hit through the right side here. And look at Vinnie Martin coming up charging, saying, "Get off my base pass," as he throws it all the way home. Steve Yelin with the catch and the tag, smooth, silky smooth, as they get the runner at home. And here's one more defensive highlight for you defensive freaks out there. Deep fly ball to center field. Justin Grippo trapping down that Rippo as he holds that one in. And then we'll switch over to the offensive side of things. Vinnie Martin was in right field. Now he's going to shoot one into the gap in right center. That's going to score 2 runs. Lombardo and Yelin both coming to score. The Pioneers take a 2-1 lead as both runners cross the plate. And the Pioneers really start to pull away. At this point, you're going to see Colin Lombardo here step to the plate for the Pioneers. Go booyah, deep to center field, put one out over the center field wall. That's his 3rd home run of the year. He only hit 2 home runs all of last year. That's his 3rd home run of the season. A 3-run job makes it 5-1. And now you got Carson Weis grounding one into center field for a base hit. That's going to score 2 more, makes it 7-1. And the Pioneers will go on to win this game by a final of 9-5. So the Pioneers get a nice, easy, kick-back, relaxing win over Immaculata.
Andrew, now, 2 games we said. Now, we're going to take a look at both of the combined stats for both of those games. What did you see from both of those games as well?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was 2 good games. We'll take a look at these stats here. So we saw, like we said, the Chris Liriano had a blast in the first game. Chris Lombardo blast in the second game. We saw 14 runs to 7 runs overall, 20 hits, 17 hits Immaculata was able to get. You had 2 errors for Willie P, 1 for Immaculata, 13 and 18 left on base, and much different on the ERA side. 2.25 for Willie P, 9 for Immaculata. Weird stat I saw, Chris Lombardo leads the day with getting hit by a pitch 3 times.
3 pitches. That had to hurt. Jimmy, what did you see from these games?
What I saw from these games was, William Patterson had the ability to get hot from start to finish in the lineup. When the bottom of the order gets going, you see Elliot Hayward, Chris Liriano. When they can do their job at the bottom of the order, it makes guys like Yelin's job top of the order, Vinnie Martin. When it's a collective group effort from the whole lineup, that's how momentum gets going.
Steve?
Yeah, and you saw this team's not going to have problems hitting the ball. You see it every game. But the defense, you saw it right there, just in the second game alone, with Grippo diving in center field, that tag by Carson Weis locking down first base. The defense of this team showed you right there.
Yes, and keeping it with you, Steve, we had some Pioneers take away some hardware for the past 2 weeks. We had Dan Carter, who was NJAC Player of the Week last week, and we have Steve Yelin, who's NJAC Player of the Week this week. Steve, both senior bombers are doing awesome to start the season, but take us through it. Take us through both of those stats.
Yeah, and we're going to look at Dan, the man Carter stat, as Anthony calls him here. He is batting out of control so far this year, a .533 batting average, a 1.413 OPS, a .500 on base percentage. He put 2 balls over the fence and 5 extra base hits. And not only that, is he hitting the cover off the ball, but he's on the mound pitching great well. He has a win and a save, an ERA that is 1.35. So not only is Dan Carter getting it done at the plate, he's getting it done on the rubber too.
Anthony?
Dan Carter is just a scary human being. I mean, he steps up to the plate, no batting gloves, no sleeves, going to club a ball out to center field for a home run. Led the charge last season with a 1.142 OPS. Was one of the best offensive players on the team last season, picking right up where he left off. He has 5 extra base hits this year, including a triple. Big Dan Carter around the bases for a triple. He had 8 extra base hits last year. He's probably going to break that total this year.
Now, Jimmy, we've definitely talked about Dan Carter. Now, what about Steve Yelin?
Well, you want to talk about someone scary. Give me Steve Yelin. This is a guy who ranks 9th in William Patterson history in batting average. You see .571 this season. Absolutely unbelievable. A 1.7 OPS and 1,000 slugging percentage. Already has 3 home runs. Last year, he ranked 1st in runs scored and RBIs in all the NJAC, and he led the Pioneers in average runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, and tied 2nd in homers. That's quite the laundry list.
Andrew, can you follow that up? I mean, both of these bombers are amazing so far.
I mean, Jimmy kind of said it all. I mean, he leads in literally every category. Both these guys are absolutely insane to start off. They're crazy hot. They're both already won Player of the Week. They're going to keep it up. I'm really excited to watch them this season.
And speaking of hardware, more hardware is going out to the Pioneers as we had an NJAC Pitcher of the Week for Riley Weis. Anthony, he started on opening day. Take us through that game. He pitched the gem.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the stats here on the season. In that game, he pitched 5 really strong innings, 1 run, 1 hit. And we're going to look at his season numbers here. He has 10 innings on the year, only allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. He's walked 6, which is a little high, but I expect him to get that down to 12 strikeouts. He is a great complement to Darmani Rivas and Ian Metzger, who Metzger, by the way, has been pitching great in the early going. If he can complement those 2 players, the Pioneers will have a dominant 3-headed monster in that bullpen.
Yeah, I believe Metzger's ERA is like 2.25.
Something like that.
He's in the low 2s. He's been pitching very well this season. Andrew?
Yeah, no, I've been really happy to see what Riley Weis has been doing so far. I mean, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit performance against Stevens was really impressive, and opponents are batting just 143 against him, so I think he's in for a really good campaign this year.
Steve?
Yeah, you have Riley Weis, great campaign last year. He comes back out now. He's the ace of the staff right now, and it's hard to be the ace when you have that 3-headed monster coming out of the starting lineup for the Pioneers. But Riley Weis getting the job done early is a great sign for the Pioneers.
Jimmy, close us out.
You know, I like to see the change in his role that he's embraced this season. You see a big uptick in innings already from last year. Last year, didn't allow a run 8 of his 9th relief appearances. So this year, racking up a lot of innings already. You see him leading the team in strikeouts for pitchers, off to a great start.
Now, Jimmy, keeping it with you, we've said at the top of this block that the Pioneers have started off their season at 5-1. And, you know, we're looking to make a deep run. We're making a deep run. We were in the finals last year in the NJAC. What does this team need to do to just get better, Jimmy, and to put them over that hump?
They just be the first team to score in their games. They had a 27-8 record last season. Get this, every single loss they had last year, and there were only 8 of them, that was when they were not the team to score first. You know what that means? They were undefeated when they scored first last season, and they're 2-1 this season when they score first. So if they get out early, we know the power of their offense. That's the recipe for success.
Steve?
Yeah, and we talked about the 3-headed monster in starting pitching, but it relies who can finish the job, and the bullpen and the arm barn of the Pioneers have to get the job done. Here, you have Danny Castaneda, the transfer from Arcadia, come in. He's held it down so far in his relief appearances. You have Matt Lawler, and you have Dan the Man Carter, who's in there as a closer. So if you can get them, and we saw towards the NJAC championship last year, they went deep into that bullpen. If they can get the job done, you're looking at a great season.
Andrew?
I got to go with hitting dingers, man. I mean, last year they did it better than anybody else in the NJAC. They let it for them. This year, they already got 13 home runs as a team.
Can you do me a favor? Reiterate that, please. Just say that again, because I don't think that's crazy that the Pioneers already have 13
home runs. And
Yes.
we played 6 games. 8 different guys on the Pioneers already have a home run. Last year, 8 different guys on the Pioneers had a home run. In 35 games. I mean, these guys are absolutely killing it. If they keep hitting these dingers like they're going to be, there's going to be some kids that are crying when they're walking out of Jeff Albie's field.
Anthony, close us out.
So before I say my piece, I'm not going to let the arm barn comment slide. It's a bullpen. Just letting you know. But you got to look at how deep this lineup is. I look at the entire lineup. You got Jake Lutz, you got Chris Liriano, and you got Carson Weiss hitting at the bottom of your lineup. He's a great hitter, and he's hitting like 7th in the lineup.
Jake Lutz had a home run.
And I'm big on Jake Lutz. I mean, Chris Liriano gets his first hit of the year. It was a home run, so he's getting going now. He's been making good contact so far recently, and Lutz has been killing it. He's hitting over 400 with a 500 on-base percentage. Had his first home run for William Patterson. I am very high on the bottom of the lineup for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and we are very high on the Pioneer baseball team here. They started 5-1, and we're just going to wish them luck and success. They have a game this Saturday, and we're going to break that down this Friday as we will throw out the first pitch to our softball team, return with the WP baseball crew, and also return to the hardwood with the NBA crew. Don't forget to follow us at SportsTestWP on Twitter and Instagram for updates and more. We'd like to give a special thank to all the cast and crew, and a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clarke. From Studio B in Hamilton Hall, for everyone here at the desk, I'm Samory Rose. We see you guys on Friday.